This is Doug Coyle. I'm here with Eamonn Hogan, assistant coach of the Ohio Aviators. I'm here in Ohio this weekend for the Ohio versus San Francisco rush match, and I'm interviewing all the Ohio coaches and several of the players about what the American version of professional rugby is like. In doing so, Eamonn, what are some of your responsibilities as an assistant coach of the Aviators?
The basic responsibilities and the key core responsibilities are the coaching of the line-out. My job is to analyse opposition line-outs, create our line-outs to sort of give us an advantage in that point, to video analyse our opposition, video analyse ourselves, put as much effort as I can into generating a whole, so basically to support the approach of the head coach, whatever the head coach wishes to implement on that particular game. I would highlight our skills, some of our weaknesses, and then we would analyse the opposition, and a game plan comes together via video analysis. So that's where I would start my job. They are my key and core responsibilities.
Could you talk a little bit more about the video analysis component?
Sure.
And how it's used?
In most teams, video analysis is broken down by 4 or 5 specialist guys in a professional team. They would break it down into 10 or 12 or 15 different categories. Here we obviously have myself. I would give them a breakdown on scrums and lineouts. I would give them basic defensive patterns from the opposition. I would look at our own gameplay and how we executed certain things on certain times. We look at body positions. We look at it really as in-depth as you wish to go as a professional coach. Really, you have to decide as a video analyst, what does the coach want to express in the video? Don't waste the player's time by repeating the same messages 50 times. They want to come in, they want to see a video, and they want to go outside and rectify any issues. And then from that point onwards, we look at the opposition, look at how our pattern works, how our game plan works, and show them examples, in very brief examples, of how we can implement the head coach's game plan on the match ahead.
You occupy a unique position in pro rugby. You're the only overseas coach. How do you feel about being in that position and being in this inaugural season?
The more and more I go along in this, it's sometimes confusing that they think that because of my accent and some of the accents of the other coaches, that we're all foreign coaches. I am technically the only overseas coach in the league. All the other coaches have been working and living and breathing American rugby for anything up to 30 years. I've been coming as a guest coach to America for 11 years. I've been hugely honoured and humbled to be asked to do this, but most importantly to have the support of people around the American game, realising that I have something to offer and I can offer it in a way that makes sense to the American professional model. It is sometimes, it's really funny for me that they think that all of our other coaches, because of their accent, are foreign coaches. That makes me laugh a little bit. But, for me, it's humbling. That's the only word I can think of really, is humbling. That somebody had enough faith in me to try and bring me across from the UK, settle me in the wonderful state of Ohio, work with the great guys that I work with, the wonderful players that I have to work with, and really just generate more positivity about the American game. I've been saying for a long time that really professional sport is an American invention. They do it better than most teams and most countries in the world. They are really, really good at it. It's the rugby model that needs to be developed, and that's why, asking me to come in, it has been again, we go back to that word again, humbling, and it's just been a joy. It's been the single most positive thing that I've ever experienced in rugby, and that's saying something considering my previous resume, having worked for Leicester Tigers and spent many years travelling around the world with the Royal Air Force. This is easily the single most again, I can't think of another word better than humble, Doug, to be honest. It's humbling. It just takes your breath away a little bit that I'm the only guy that they've invited in to do this.
Well, I thank you for sharing your perspective.
My pleasure, Doug. Thank you.